All right, so welcome everybody to the commentary for Grant's brand new world record Red Faction any percent easy run. I can't remember what the time is. I'm sure Grant will tell us in a second. It's 39 something. And yeah, we're going to talk about it a bit. So if you want to hear four people talking about a speed run, this is the video for you. I guess I'll introduce myself first. I'm Goober. Hi. I think you remember me from all of the other speedrun commentary videos, which you probably watched if you're watching this one. I'm a Red Faction person forever, and I'm the moderator on the Red Faction boards on speedrun.com. So introduce yourselves in order. Dwayne, go.
I'm Dwayne Jones. I'm the originator of all RF1 speedrunning. Nobody ever speedrun this game before me. I'm just joking. That's not true at all. There's plenty of people that came before me, and I used to be good at this game, and I no longer am.
And you're doing this blind, right?
Oh, yeah. I have no idea what's going on.
Okay. Nice.
All right. I tell you what, we'll Intharth, you go, and then we'll do Grant because this is run. So Intharth, go.
My name is Intharth. I am now firmly second place, but over 2 minutes behind on the any percent. But I am the world record holder for inbounds, so there's that. I also moderate the speedrun board, and to be honest, I do want to say that this is kind of historical, like in the sense of like it's a world first for like this specific barrier, and like I can't remember who got sub hour. I think it was Magnods or Neokiller. I can't remember which one it is. I have not watched the video in a while. But Surreal, who brought it down through the 50s, and then I was the first one to bring it underneath the 50, and now Grant's taking it underneath the 40, and it's really quite cool, and I'm just here to be excited, and I'm turning into Dwayne and Goober as an old man at this point. I think that the torch is firmly passed on. All right, you can go.
Yeah, so my name's Grant. Of course, I did this run. I go by WDSS Grant, and this run was 39 minutes and 58 seconds. Cut the wire close on that one. And it's pretty much the culmination of all the tricks in the game put into one. You'll see, but basically, this is every single trick that we have ever discovered sandwiched into one run.
Which is super cool, and I'm just going to say this before we get started, but congrats, Grant, on breaking the 40-minute barrier. It's super impressive, as Intharth said, and we are excited to watch it. Also, just housekeeping for people here. I can pause whenever you want, so just let me know if you want to pause, rewind, whatever. Everything happens really, really fast because everything's jammed together, as Grant said, so we might want to pause and talk about specific things as we go. But are we good to start?
We are good to start.
Let's go.
All right, so we're starting off with a 3-minute walking simulator for right now.
Love that.
So, because I don't know what's going to happen cool, make sure you guys point out whatever the coolest new tech is from the last time I didn't know what was happening.
Wait, do you have Cheetos?
No, and I'm totally not eating while I'm doing this either.
I remember when we did the commentary for Hallmark, it was like, I'll see something cool, I got my Cheetos.
Might as well eat this bag of chips. What else is messy? Anything loud? An apple?
Yeah.
Well, I guess
I may or may not be eating a pork chop with my hands.
Ooh.
That's primitive.
That's Dwayne. Classic Dwayne.
So I will just say on the run front, for anybody who isn't familiar with Red Faction runs, which maybe some of you aren't, you go faster when you jump uphill, but not downhill. So that's why he's jumping like a madman, even though you don't actually like speed up when you jump in this game. But yeah,
It's still at least faster in climb.
Yeah, and throughout all that, most of that is kind of sloppy, just because it's not that important to get it right. Like you'll go half a second faster if you do it correct.
How did this guy die?
Did he get shot by the miner?
No, I shot. Wait, back it up. I think I shot him.
You've got 16 bullets though. That's a full thing.
Oh yeah, maybe he got shot by the miner. That's really cool. Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
I didn't
Hero
even know
miner.
I've never had that before.
Yeah, you usually have to shoot that guy with a really well-placed headshot. That miner is looking out for you.
That's how you knew it was to earn.
I probably noticed that in the beginning of the run. I'm like, Jesus Christ, that's cool.
Grad's like, well, if anything happens now, we've got to finish the run. That happened. We're going.
I think when I started, I was like, God, if this run fails, I'm gonna have to send that because that's pretty cool.
Yeah, that is really cool. Okay,
I've
so
never seen that before.
I just stopped here. I'm not going to stop for every single time that you fire a rocket launcher, but I feel like this is worth mentioning again for anybody who's not super familiar with Red Faction, because Red Faction is a destruction simulator in a game that was always its marketing shtick, and unsurprisingly, Geomod does play a decent role in the run, I'll say. In this specific situation, you're kind of abusing the bounds of the geo region to blow a hole in a place where I doubt the developer intended, but I guess, Grant, do you just want to kind of mention what's going to happen here?
Yeah, so here there's a conveyor belt that you're usually supposed to take that elevator to the left on the screen there to get up to. But we can get there a little bit quicker by just blowing a hole straight through the rock into that conveyor belt. But to get up there, we need a platform. So we blow that column up to get that platform. Then here we're just blowing a wall through to the APC, hopping in and hopping out on the other side. I'm not sure, is it just scripted to always hop out on the left side, or is it whatever side is
I
unblocked?
think, yeah.
It is, yeah. It
I
always
think-
drops you out of
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
How convenient.
Yeah. And that whole all of that saves about 2 to 3 seconds.
Oh,
He's
so,
not even going to force field skip. What?
so
It's 1.8.
Pause.
We can't do it on 1.8 anymore. It sucks.
yeah,
What?
so 1.8 version of Das Faction, it's harder to do the force field skip in mines. It's not harder to do it later on in maintenance,
Yeah,
but
we do that.
for some reason, it's like a 2-frame window or a 1-frame window on mines, and it's
Alright.
like a 4 to 5 or 6-frame window over on maintenance.
Yeah,
Okay.
for
I think
whatever
even more
reason
than
it
that.
just for whatever reason it just got harder and we still don't know how.
Yeah.
I just backed up to show the force field that would have gotten skipped, but yeah, it doesn't in this run.
Yes.
It's 1 second, don't worry about it.
Yeah, so of course, no more 307 mines, but whatever.
Everything cool that I found for this game and other people found when helping me, it like now doesn't matter anymore.
It's not entirely true. I mean, technically
Well, it's because we get to now save out of bounds that everything is so much easier. Because
if it
before,
makes if it
Wait,
makes
you
feel
can
better,
save out of
Dwayne.
bounds now?
yeah,
yeah.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
well, that's the
What?
big thing with 1.8.
Goober, when did this change? How?
About a year ago.
Yeah, that changed like a year ago. I very heavily implied to Rafal that he should implement that, and he did. It makes the out of bounds tricks more skill intensive and less just kind of lucky, I guess, because you have to like try to not crash like you used to on the old version. But yeah.
Well, don't get
Okay.
it twisted. There was a lot of skill in not getting a crash.
No, there was. It just sucked because you just killed a run if you were.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It just made it so hard to get used to that it made it almost uninviting to new runners to get into almost.
To put it in perspective, I could not beat Grant time on an even playing field because I would crash much more often because I was shitty at timing it.
Yes.
Yeah.
The only reason that I paused here, I don't know if someone wants to talk about the drop down to like not dying when you jump down, but what I wanted to mention is if you look at the rocket ammo, you have 6 in mag and 12 in reserve. Rocket ammo economy is really important in this game because rockets blow things up, and you can like use blown holes in the wall to shortcut stuff. So you have to be really careful of your rocket ammo, and I mention that because he's going to use 2 rockets to blow up this APC so that he can jump down. That was discovered a long time ago, but I think for a long time it was just kind of a question of like, is the couple of seconds that you save by jumping down there worth the -2 rockets?
Yeah.
Yes. Well,
Which
here's the
of
thing. I
course
was watching.
it really is.
Yeah.
I was watching Surreal's run the other day on the RF Runs speedrun Twitch, and I realized he used a bunch of rockets in minor reg, and I was like, how's he got those many rockets? But then I remembered he never did the column jump, so he had like extra 3 or 4 rockets to do a better minor skip.
Ah.
Minor reg.
Attention, all
So Grant, why are you just dawdling around here without really making any attempt to move fast?
Because I'm not allowed to save load the elevator down. But the true answer is because this elevator is on timer and it starts when you get to about halfway through that tunnel that we go through to get to here. And we're just waiting for that elevator to get to the bottom there.
And that's why it's worth the rockets, because the trigger on the top tunnel is about 3 seconds slower as opposed to jumping down. So the elevator, if you go along the bottom path, the elevator comes down a little bit quicker.
Yep.
Yes, and this big like elevator thing is like one of the slowest, most mundane parts of the run.
And as you can tell there, I messed up, didn't jump from the corner, but
Oh no!
didn't turn out to matter at the end.
World record! Oh no!
Yeah, true. If you want to save like 100 milliseconds on this run, you can go fix that.
Yep. Then here, all normal. Oh, go
Actually,
ahead.
can I just add? So there is a skip back here to rocket under this door. Is there a reason why you didn't use that? Was it just not worth the time, or?
That's that's the next
under
thing
that
to add,
door.
I guess.
You can add it, but it really just saves like what 2 seconds if you do it perfectly. And we really only have like 2 or 1 rockets to play around with how I manage my rockets.
Oh, I gotcha. Okay, so it's
By
not
the
really
time
worth
you-
it, and it's super risky.
By the
Yeah,
time you're at the end of geothermal, you've got like maybe 3 rockets left total.
I think with my path, like usually it's about 2, but it also there's a slight RNG like when you get rockets, because I think if you kill
Security to
a
barracks
guard right
C2.
after he shoots,
Security
he
to
doesn't
barracks
reload,
C2.
so there's 1 less rocket. So that can kind of mess up your economy later on.
That is really unfortunate. It's just super clean running into a vent.
Yep.
Was it not faster to? Or I guess I don't need to pause there. Was it not faster to go up and do the out of bounds skip up in?
It's only faster if you get it first try.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah,
not
like
worth it.
literally it's IL worth it. It's not worth it for this.
Ah, gotcha.
So you'd see that in a segmented run, but you wouldn't see it.
Yeah.
And that's something to mention as well. There is a couple of things that are still segmented only just because of how painful it would be to get them in a full RTA run. But for the most part, I think 80% of the old segmented strats are now all in the RTA.
Yeah, like this level is a perfect example. There's the whole tightrope walk and segmented one. And this one we
Yeah.
just blow up that wall to get through it.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, the tightrope walk isn't even that. Ooh, actually, that's interesting. Why didn't you geo up the like near the fountain?
That doesn't
Like,
save
jump up
time
there?
if you fuck it up.
Yeah,
Oh, I
same
see.
reason.
I watched Dwayne doing that. It does not save time.
Hell yeah!
Red alert.
I actually did watch this run, but I thought you did that. So maybe
I don't geo up when I do it. I just jump like granted.
No, when you were doing Dwayne%, Goober tried to get your
Oh.
Geo up it, and you just got stuck in a hole.
I think it's also because I didn't understand like what
Yeah.
was being asked of me.
It's one of those geos that for whatever reason has the really big geo pocket compared to like the normal little hole it would make, so it's kind of cursed. Alright, here we go.
Yeah, I'm gonna pause here because Grant, or you or someone else, you want to give just like a quick 30-second description of how the corner skips work, because there's going to be a lot
Timer
of them in this
starting.
run, and they're not very intuitive just to watch.
Sure.
You
So
want to do it or do you want me to do it?
yeah, I'll do a super quick one.
Go
So
for it.
super quick explanation is that your character has 3 different collision spheres on your body: head, body, and legs. And then of course, whenever you go into a corner and save load, your collision gets pushed forward a couple of XYZ coordinates. Correct me if I'm wrong on that. And
Yeah,
that
it's
kind of
rounds is
push
what
it.
it is. Yeah.
Yeah, rounds it up and pushes your collision sphere into that, allowing you to move forward into the wall, which in this case is a corner.
Yeah.
And if you do it 3 times, or usually 3 times, then you get all of those collision spheres through, and you can do a fall damage cancel on that ledge down there.
Yeah, so I mean that one alone. I mean, outside of the one that you're doing right now, which actually I'm gonna pause because this saves a ton. That first one that you did, how much time does that save?
I think roughly like 30-40 seconds.
Yeah, it's crazy.
So you're saving on watching the shuttle leave, and then you're also saving on going around, hitting the button, coming back down an elevator, and through into another room. So it's
Yeah.
probably closer to a minute, honestly.
Yeah, it's a
Like
huge
in
time
total.
save. And this one here as well, just jumping down the elevator is not big, but this part right here where you're jumping through the wall is huge.
Let me tell you guys, I will never. Well, maybe I will, but so far I haven't gotten bored of seeing out of bounds in this game. Because when I was in my day, we couldn't even get out of bounds, or we could a tiny bit, but it didn't matter.
When you were doing the segmented runs, were you doing the elevator sort of out of bounds, the one that pushed you up and then you jumped out?
We didn't even do that one because we didn't
No?
know about it.
Oh, you did the vent. You would have done the
Yeah.
vent.
Actually, someone on
Yeah.
Dwayne's the commentary video for that told him about that elevator skip in
Yep.
in Docking Bay. He was like, "Hey, I did this on the PS2. You should try it." But I just wanted to mention that geotunnel that Grant just did there is like one of the like I guess most signature, that and Canyon, I guess, are the most like signature uses of the geomod tech in the game.
This is the largest expenditure I think you do in any one section in the first half of the game, because it can be anywhere between 3 and 4. But everything else is 1 or 2 in this
Yeah, it's
section.
just
And
like,
he's
oh,
and
hey,
he's
there was a
save
boss
loading.
fight.
He's quick saving and quick loading, so the rockets fire faster. Because as soon as you load back in, you can shoot a rocket again.
Yes,
It is.
cancel the fire waste.
And then here, so I'm going to do an out of bounds again on this corner. This skips the elevator to go down. It saves if you get on first try, like I do here, about 20-ish seconds, maybe a little bit less.
This is beautiful.
Yeah, that is brand new because in the segmented run, Dwayne,
We're gonna watch
what
that
you
again.
what you would have seen, Dwayne, is Homard or Grant jumping all the way to the other side of the door. But obviously we can't do that in the RTA, so he's landing here and trying to fall damage cancel while simultaneously not dying on the cable spool because that has RNG death applied to it for no reason.
This cable spool here. Sorry, I just wanted to show that again because this is like the coolest skip, I think.
Yeah.
But also like, that's a red screen. Yeah, that cable spool right there just kind of kills you sometimes randomly. So you have to like pinball yourself off of these like rock walls so that you don't instant die.
Well, not only that, like this is just a fall damage reduction. After that, you have to guide your body down to the edge of the cable spool to do either another reduction or fall damage cancel to survive this.
Can you explain a fall damage cancel?
Yes, so in Red Faction, if you land on either a very, very, very sloped object, or if you land on the edge of an object, you can sometimes land with enough velocity to where you don't die.
I love that. Sometimes.
Yes, because if for some reason it's very iffy on RNG, like even if you have the same save load and you just constantly redo it, you'll sometimes get different
It's
values.
not 100% controllable, but it is mostly.
I would
Yes.
love to find a way to skip this room. This room's bad.
Wait. You mean the water room itself?
Yeah, like or to get through it faster.
Technically you can, but it's precise.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's
You can jump across
Yeah.
the rocks and then jump across to the other side and
It's just
rocket the little bit at the top.
super tricky.
You
'Cause
can
I know I was
also
working on it
scroll
for the
wheel
sec-
mouse your way up the slope and rocket jump up
Yes.
there.
I was because I was working on that on the segmented run, but never could get anything like totally consistent.
Omar seems to be able to pull it off quite a lot.
I did it in
Okay,
my
well, I just forgot.
2 segmented runs as well. Like, it's doable, but, like, it takes a lot of
Okay.
tries.
So this is just my old manness being like, oh, there is a way to skip it. You just forgot about it, Dwayne. All right, moving on.
And this here, I stopped here because this is one of maybe the most impressive single rocket use of Geomod to skip an area. Like, you just go up in here, and it just takes out the side of this thing. You go down here, and then fall damage, well, almost cancel. And that
Nice.
skips, like, a whole map.
I still can't hit that side properly to this day.
Yeah, that side is not supposed to be geoable, so we have to geo a little bit to the left of it to make sure that the hole reaches over into the correct area.
It's quite a precise shot if you want like a clean entrance.
It is, and yeah, it skips, like, an entire map. It's absolutely fantastic.
Rest in peace, Vent Skip.
Yep.
If it's any consolation, I was diehard doing that for so long.
It was one of
That's-
Dwayne's
yeah.
signature contributions to
Yeah,
the
look,
run.
watch
Got
this push.
totally.
Yeah, watch this push me out of bounds. That's pretty cool. Yeah. I do love this too. The fact that like the pseudo puzzle or just like impediment that's put to you there is like, oh no, you can just jump over that chasm.
You know what makes me laugh? It's the fact that they seemingly learned the lesson in the caverns, but didn't go back to this one and make it own.
Dwayne, you ruined what I was gonna do. I was just gonna be like to Grant. So is there a skip that you did to jump across that gap?
It's like, no, you just do it.
Just jump.
They just didn't. They just made it like you can't think too hard about it.
Yeah. So this here is pretty hilarious. There's like this big sequence where you have to like sabotage this whole plant, and you just geo through a wall here, and then Grant's gonna glitch through the wall.
Yep, and then with the... Oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, if I'm not mistaken, the geothermal skips probably saves closer to 2 minutes on doing the whole thing properly, because there's like the 10 seconds where you gotta wait for the guy to like push the button and things as well.
Yep, and then of course on that little out of bounds there, we also do some walking out of bounds, jumping around, and going to the end of the level. And this is where the save load out of bounds helps out a ton.
Yep.
Yeah, because of course, before, if you failed the skip, run over, now you get at least a second try.
This is what I was talking about. I couldn't match Grant 1-to-1 on a fair playing field with this, because he would get that 8 out of 10. I would get that like maybe 2 in 10. So I'd have to do the long walk around. I just couldn't get it right.
And then also, this is the moment where I'm like, oh, this is a good run, because this is the fastest I've ever gotten to this the sub ever.
Time for some classic submarining.
That was a really, really, really fast, like, first 4 chapters in 9 minutes.
Yeah.
We're a quarter of the way through the run.
I remember when I went back before the out of bounds were a thing, so we're talking like 48, 47 territory, and I was just chilling with my like 10-minute geothermal going, yeah, that's pretty decent. Yeah, I like that.
Now if I get through that door at anything over 9 minutes, not worth continuing.
I really wish that there was some way to speed this stuff up. Like, it's just, I don't know, this long, boring submarine trip.
Come on, there's got to be like a random trigger out of bounds, like right at the beginning of the level that you have to like out of bounds, and if you hit this trigger, it like loads the next level, right?
Right? Surely.
No, it's not like Half-Life.
Yeah,
Surely.
fucking Half-Life.
We're going for the jump to the bottom. Let's go.
Yeah.
Ooh, classic ladder
Nailed
skip.
it.
Those guys didn't know what hit them.
Literally.
Yeah.
They opened the door and that was it.
Now, Grant, why did you not shoot the other guy who's shooting at you?
We don't shoot the other guy because at the end of this room, there's another guard spawn that only spawns if you kill all the guards. If you don't kill that one guard, then he doesn't spawn.
And we kill the one guard because he drops a health pack, and we just want to make sure we're full health going into the next section.
Correct, yeah. Because in this section, we only get 32 bullets starting off, so we want to be careful on how we preserve health and ammo in this one.
And if you'll notice there, Grant makes sure to put the silencer on the pistol because it makes it more accurate.
Very true. Just like the sniper makes you go faster when you scope it.
Scoping on the sniper makes you go faster, yep.
Yeah. None of those things are true, by the way. Good memes. Those are my jokes. All right.
I wasn't even going to clarify that in this run. Leave that to me. Go back through the past runs and find that out.
We're now in the era of misinformation red faction. So whenever Dwayne says something, we'll just let it go.
I will firmly maintain though that I would much rather shoot this pistol with the silencer on because it feels more accurate.
It does. It also sounds cool.
Grant, just so you know, your Med Labs was slower, by the way, because Dwayne did it properly.
Of course, yeah. Yeah, I forgot to go back around and get that everything.
Who would like to explain the elevator load warping here?
I can take a crack at it. So basically, what we're doing is we're entering an elevator and then we're walking out of it and we're processing into the level, because the position that you are in a given level is the position your character will load into in the next level. So the way that these elevators are done are to make it feel seamless, so they're in the exact same spot. So when your XYZ is somewhere else, it'll still put you in that exact same spot on the next level. I believe the phrase you use is a stack. I think that's right? A load warp. It's a load warp.
Yeah. Technically, it's not the XYZ. It's proportional to the location of the load level event. But yeah.
Well, what I meant by XYZ, I mean where the character is on that But
Yeah. And Grant, the one here is a bit trickier than the first one, I think, isn't it?
Yeah, so this one, the trigger for the button doesn't extend out to where the doors are like the other one. So we have to go further into the doors, which of course makes it harder to get back out. So we do 2 save loads before to kind of stack, I would say, the trigger of the door closing and opening to where it
That's why you're
can't
voting right
open.
here.
Yeah, to where it can't close immediately on you.
it delays it by a couple of seconds.
Security breach in
Yeah.
administration. Additional units requested.
Do you get Griffin?
No, of course not. In fact, Griffin might die. Maybe. We'll see.
To be honest, at this point, I wouldn't even consider it a world record run if he lives. So
Yeah. And then here, I couldn't kill this guard, so I was just like, alright, screw it, I'm just gonna walk straight up to him and kill him.
And yeah, this this out of bound is picking up Griffin, which it's slightly longer to go get him because you have to go out of your way to pick him up, and then he takes his time with his sort of catching up to you with a waypoint system. So the out of bound, I don't know, is it 10 seconds? Would you say?
Yeah, I would say slightly more, like 15.
Yeah,
15? Fair enough.
It's probably about 15. And the big thing is that you need Griffin to be with you for that door that you just passed to open when you walk up to it. But if you just out of bounds, you skip around it. And, wouldn't you know it, when you load into the next level, he's there waiting for you. So
God damn it.
He escaped on his own.
Sneaky. He's sneaky.
Okay, move.
Then here, there's a cutscene there. We're just spamming cutscene skip button to get past through it.
And here
this
is
the force field
Dwayne.
skip.
Dwayne!
Yes! Beautiful. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm going to show that again because Dwayne is very proud.
I didn't find it. I was recently told that I never even found the force field skip.
It was
Correct.
You're
Natalie
welcome.
that found it.
Yes, it was Natalie that found it.
Yeah, you found the
But I
water
thought I
boost.
found it.
Yeah,
That
you found
was
the water.
Special in this area, Grant? Or
Well, here, we're just
I
gonna
found the
clip
water
in
boost
through
and a
this.
slow way around med labs.
We're just clipping in through this box to avoid waiting for Griffin to open it. It's
Yeah.
technically inbounds, so it's not
Yeah.
out of bounds.
and Griffin teleports up to meet you anyway.
Yes.
And you
Um,
don't do what I do. You just go for it. You don't turn off the turrets. You just fucking Hail Mary it.
Yeah, as long as you get through there quick, you can avoid the turrets getting at you. And then clean out of bounds there.
This is another
And
area where it's useful to save load out of bounds because if and I'm not sure if everybody knows this, but like because you can save load out of bounds, it means that you can see everything when you're out of bounds. Before that, unless you did the kind of chance the crashing thing that we were talking about before, right as you were exiting, normally you couldn't actually see the rest of the world when you were out of bounds. So you had to kind of like do that jump and try to guess where the girder was so that you didn't hit it and die.
Yep, didn't make it fun.
Yeah.
I think both of us lost count on how much times we bashed off the thing trying to get in there.
Alright,
Dwayne,
so
do you want to
here...
talk about the ordering?
Oh, yes, Dwayne, go ahead.
Oh, I don't remember. You guys, come on. This has been like almost 10 years.
Holy shit, it has.
All right, so here I'll do it. So when you go up here, it's boring as ears segment. So when you come here, yeah. So over here, I'm pointing with my cursor, which the recording can see, but you guys can't. But whatever. There's a tower right here. There's a tower right here, and there's 2 towers back here. There's guard in each one of them that you need to kill, and then if you kill all 4 of those, and then you get down next to this bunker so that he's out of view, a guard spawns on the other side of the bunker. You have to kill that guard to trigger the cutscene. So this is all about just kind of what is the fastest way that Grant can do to kill all 4 of these guards, duck behind that bunker, kill the last guard, and then you're just waiting. I think it's like 2.5 seconds for the cutscene to trigger, something like that.
Yeah.
Something like that.
1, 2, 3, 4. And he ducks down behind this bunker here. The other guys don't matter. That one does. And there you go.
The other guys can follow you into the next room though, because they, like with the load warps, they follow the stack. But Grant will never see them because he's not getting the rockets.
Yep, we do not get the rockets anymore in this level, much like Homar did in his segmented run.
This would be the first sort of world record where we've skipped the rockets, right? Am I right in saying that?
Correct, yes.
Yeah.
And God, was it scary.
But you
So,
do
of
save a
course-
lot of time by not taking the, like, 20 seconds to go and grab the rocket.
Well, yeah, but that's where this kind of comes into play. So you save a lot of time with the front end of it, of saving all the rockets, but now you gotta deal with only having grenades for a couple of levels.
If I'm not mistaken, you actually used the remote charge for the caverns jump, didn't you? The zoo jump, sorry.
Did
I
I?
think I remember seeing a remote charge somewhere in there, yeah?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, you're right.
Yeah. So that's new, so Dwayne will have no idea what's coming.
Yeah, it was just to conserve
Nice.
rockets as much as possible for Canyon.
And this here is
Then, of course,
another
here-
corner that saves a ton of time.
Yeah, saves
Mhm.
going around to get the key card in the other level.
Yeah.
And of course, Entharth, explain this one.
I love
This is
this
an absolutely horrible, fucking disastrous, ugly looking. Nah,
It
so
is
this
my
is
favorite trick
yeah.
in the whole run.
Goober, credit to Goober, he found this one, and this is the only time you can kill someone via an out of bounds method, because normally you can't fire a weapon out of bounds, but you can throw a grenade out of bounds through a corner at a specific angle, and as you can see with there, K-Pek has a damage trigger. Either you can either walk up to K-Pek and you will trigger a cutscene, or you can hit him and his shield will then trigger the cutscene for you. So what Grant is doing is, instead of taking the elevator down, going around into his room and shooting him to get the trigger, he's instead throwing a grenade out of the wall here, and it hits K-Pek and starts the cutscene. So it's like, I don't know, how long would you say that saves?
10 to 15 seconds, I would say.
10 to 15 seconds. Gee, there you go. There you go.
It might even be a little bit more than that, but I
Yeah.
backed up because, like, you skip the K-Pek cutscene so quickly and you get teleported down, you can kind of miss it. So I just wanted to show that again so that, like, after you do the explanation, so you throw a grenade, you only need one, but I think you throw another one just in case you missed on the first one.
Yeah, just in case first angle wasn't enough.
There you go. Yeah,
This is like the easiest trick in the whole game.
Okay, buddy. First off,
Dwayne got it first time.
And
I know
when
he
you,
First try.
and when you skip the cutscene, it teleports you down there.
yeah. And so now we come to the most geomod intense heavy section of the run, which is what Grant is alluding to. Like, saving the rockets is great, but now you're into the you've got to do it without rockets section.
Yeah, normally you would do this with rockets. It's a lot easier.
That was so clean.
That was sick.
was.
So good.
Actually, we're so clean. We're gonna watch that again.
That was like, you just knew, you like believed, like heart of the cards, just like go with it.
A lot of the time, like, I was making the mistake of jumping before the grenade hit, and I was like hitting just as the grenade did. But as soon as I got that time, I'm like, oh, thank God, I can continue this good run.
And did you get the rockets from this guy, or did you just carry on?
No, I did get the rockets for this guy. So
Yeah.
there's 2 guards that spawn when you hit the water here. And when you throw these grenades like I am here, then it skips us having to use these rockets to get up
Dude
to where K-Pek
stayed
is.
pretty far back there. It's like he knew.
Yeah.
Yeah, you still have to go back and grab the rockets because you need these rockets for the tunnel skip later, which is probably, I don't know if the tunnel skip now or the comm center elevator. One of those two, either way, are they're in competition for the most time saved on a single skip.
I think Canyon's still the single biggest specific level time save, but Calm Tower may save it over 2 levels,
Yeah,
if that makes sense, because
also-
Calm Tower is also the start of trams.
I love how you take less fall damage there if you just land on the monster's head.
Yep.
It's
Yep,
pretty
and we just
wonderful.
save load in midair to kind of halt their AI path.
I still don't know why that works, but yeah, they stop moving if you save load in midair while you're dropping it. I don't know.
All right, Dwayne, this is just for you. Save loading in the water. There you go.
Yeah.
Just for you.
That was a fall damage cancel, right?
Yeah, and I have no clue why does that still work, because I don't know why that works with water boosts gone.
Well, the Pure Faction bug fixed it, but Dash Faction's also done it in a way that doesn't affect single player, so it could just be the fact that it's still the same thing, it's just less effective.
I was just going to mention there, if it seemed like he was wasting a bunch of time, it's because for some reason you can't geo around that door, and the button isn't active until you kill those robots, and it doesn't make any sense, but the game's designed that way, so you have to kill the robots before you press the button.
They spent money modeling the robots, they wanted you to see the robots, okay?
True. Those robots are only in 2 parts of the game, and one of them
3.
is next to Trashbot, which... Wait, what?
Oh
What's
yeah.
the third one?
No, I thought there was some hidden space station, but I could be completely making that up.
No, there's mecha turrets that you can...
Yeah. I made that up. I made that up. We're good.
This right here, you peer around the wall. Do you get the remote
And this is
charges?
why-
Yes.
Yeah.
This is why he had to use the remote charge for the next one, because he was out of grenades, and he still
You
wants to
dupe
save
them?
the rockets. He
And
tries.
you know what? That's exactly why, because I ran out of nades. I was like, oh shit, I gotta get remote charges now.
I'll just the remote charge dupe thing, because you're going to be doing it a bit here. If you in this game for some reason, if you throw a remote charge, you can pick it up by pressing your use key, but when you pick it up, you get 2 instead of 1. So you net 1 remote charge every time you throw and then pick it back up.
First world record potentially since Surreal did runs that we've actually needed to dupe remote charges.
I didn't even need to. It was just, why not? Just
Yeah,
in
it's more
case I
fun.
get caught in Canyon.
Yeah. But it's nice to see it again, because you don't get to see it very often anymore, and it's nice
I'm
to see something like
excited.
that come back.
I'm excited for this skip here, because granted, of everyone that I know that has ever run this game, you have the cleanest lineup for this skip.
Yeah, we're not doing
I'm
it
ready.
anymore.
I'm gonna see it.
Like, the jump, you always do such a great job of it. Oh, no.
Ah,
you fucked it
fuck
up.
that one up.
Never
Yep.
mind. Oh,
Anyway, it was
Second try. Second try, at
okay,
least.
still good.
Either way, yeah, that was a very well-placed Geo, and, yeah.
But yeah, that's obviously quite a bit harder, because with the rocket, like you said, the lineup for that is really good, and
You missed that
having
one.
to do it with a remote charge not only takes a bit longer, because you have to, like, wait for the second part to activate the remote charge, but you're also having to, like, rely on the fact that you got that right.
Here's a quick question for you, Grant. What key do you bind quick save to?
Just to 1.
One.
1 and 2.
Oh, that's so dangerous.
Trust me, we know. Grant, in how many races have I managed to load back a map?
Quite a few. And also, how
Exactly.
many races have at least one of us open the console?
Oh yeah.
Hey, look at this big snake that you can just walk around.
Such a
Yep.
such a cool boss fight. Favorite boss fight in the game. Really hard to do.
This game has a big problem with enforcing boss fights. You can either out of bounds around most of them, or the ones that you can just kind of walk around.
They tried so hard as well. Like it's such
Do you do
a such
any
a
boss
small
fights in
gap.
this run?
Yeah, we do cape.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we don't
I
skip
think
cape right now.
we tried. I think we tried really hard to, like, in theory, make that one skippable. But I think there's just too much time loss if
Oh.
you can't get the out of bounds and things.
Sorry,
Well,
actually-
I skip in the IL, so like
Yeah.
it's possible. It's just very hard.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
no,
the
you
1%.
already had a great run here. I was just gonna say, so there's another fall damage cancel here. That's kind of innocuous, whatever. But this here is the big reason that you had to jump down here is because this guy here dropped rockets. So just for everybody watching, before when I said rocket economy is very important, it's still very important. You need a lot of rockets to do a big tunnel that we already talked about, which is coming up here soon after the K-Pack fight. And because he didn't get the rockets over Trashbot, he needs to hunt for literally every rocket launcher pickup between that point and the canyon. So he had to jump down here to kill this guy because he drops rockets. I think
He's
you
a
have all-
rocket man.
Yeah,
You
that
have
takes
all
up the
your
film.
rockets now, yeah.
Yep, and I had enough to not have to worry about doing a one-shot like cage
yeah.
or cage one-shot fence skip up here.
Yeah.
No
Of
out of
course.
bounds here.
Yeah, no out of bounds here. There is one that you can do, but too hard right now to do. And
Yeah.
It doesn't
RTA.
say very much either.
yeah,
It's
it
more
just
of a
saves
cool
this
flex than
elevator.
anything.
Yep.
Yeah. Saves like 5 seconds.
Maybe, yeah.
But I mean, this game, and we haven't gotten to the bomb yet, but like this game, the bomb at the end,
Yeah.
like you could, it's a rounding error, honestly. Any of these like 2-second saves.
Yep.
Yeah.
So there's the fence skip.
Yep. Beautiful. So we just saw one of the best boss fights in the game, and we're gonna go see another boss fight, which takes like a really long time to kill. It's like, it's like 10 minutes to kill him. Ugh.
K-Pack was
Ugh.
not planning on the resistance having flamethrowers.
Nope, not at all. Nope.
Because
Just
I'm
one true weakness, fire.
because I've forgotten everything. Could you do this on the PS2 as well?
Yes.
Yes.
It's just slightly slower because it's frame rate dependent. So, like, the PlayStation 2 is locked at 30 frames, so it'll still happen. It'll just be like 2 or 3 seconds slower.
I just love that the flamethrower goes through that pedestal.
Yeah.
That's pretty good. Yeah, just to mention, so the reason that this works is this guy has a nanotech shield, which I don't even think you can see. Maybe you can
Not
see
yet.
it, like 2 frames before this. Maybe. But anyway, he has a nanotech shield when he comes down, and for some reason, there's a bug in the game where if there is a nanotech shield existing in the level, and you fire the flamethrower, it breaks the shield. Yeah, so that shield that he has right there, I can't really see it, but yeah, if you fire the flamethrower in the level, it breaks his shield, and so his shield just dies, and then you burn him to death.
Because the flamethrower applies damage per frame, and so it's OP on that boss, but not on other enemies.
I'm literally thinking of old Coot and Gorilla saying, like,
Right?
in a nano soup, and it can stop a bullet, but it still can't stop a flamethrower.
Am I correct there? That it's like not OP on normal dudes, but it is on the boss?
It's only
I
OP
mean, it's
on.
still pretty
I mean,
good, but-
it's still a one shot to most of them. I think the only characters that flamethrower is not like a direct one hit is the mercs.
Yeah. Well,
But why is that because of something in the game that like says like,
I
hey,
think they
don't
have an
die
armor
to
value that's slightly higher. I think it's their armor value.
It is.
Armor
Well,
value,
what it is K-Pek doesn't have like any health. They rely on his nanotech shield, but once his shield goes down, he's really weak. And his nanotech shield breaks instantly with the flamethrower. So then you just have to burn him. He's basically as weak as like a Comtech then.
And I guess I get upset because or my brain doesn't follow along correctly because sometimes when you burn the guards and stuff, they like run around on fire. Like they're already technically like have 0 HP. They're just acting out an animation.
As soon
Anyway,
as
this
they
is
drop
important.
Their weapon, they are dead, according to
For all intents and purposes, while they're running around, they are basically dead.
Yes.
when they're flailing. Yes. As soon as they drop their weapon, as soon as the weapon pickup appears on the ground, the game thinks they're dead. And if you save load at that point, they will be dead.
Do they have hit? Are they still have collision?
Yeah, and they can burn you if they run next to you.
What a bunch of jerks!
So this is the canyon skip.
This is what we've been talking about for the last 20 minutes.
The single biggest time save on a single level in the game, because this is over a minute. You were talking like nearly a minute and 20, I'd say almost.
Which includes an entire level and a
another
giant
map.
walk down. Well, yeah, a giant walk down this canyon, and then a walk up top.
And you got out first try, right? Yeah, you got out first try. Nice.
Oh, that's
Yep,
so good!
with the rockets
Oh my
spared,
god!
too.
Oh,
Good job, man.
Nice. You didn't even have to use the dupe C4.
Yep.
Gee, you must be shaking here with how well this run is going.
Oh, I was shaken after Comm Center. You'll see it. You'll see it.
So this is the contention point now. This is now a world record required strategy incoming.
Well,
Really
almost all
hard.
of this is.
Well, yeah, but like the abandoned mines and this one were not present up until you were in the 40-minute territory anyways. Like before that, it was still they were on the outskirts. Now they are definite requirements.
Yeah.
You missed that guy.
I let him
Not a world
live.
records. Oh, we let it live.
Okay, so now we have our elevator skip, which, Grant, you need to do the honors to explain this.
Yep.
Yes, so in the elevator here, if you line it up perfectly and save load as you hit the button, it will open the door as you start going up. And then as you start going up, you get clipped into that top of the doorway there while standing on the elevator. And of course, we get to ride it all the way up to the top where we get to have some fun with the Nasir that they left out of bounds.
Yeah. So there was the one where you had to save load right as you go through the door frame, and that's the hard part. That's the really hard part. That is actually that is, if you've heard any of the previous commentaries, that is where all of these corner skips came from, because there was a bounty that we had out on somebody who could figure out a way to skip this big elevator, and Hotshot came along and found the out of bounds skips that we now use in the rest of the game to beat that elevator.
Woo!
And I just want to say that is probably the best version of the skip that would ever have been done, because that was a second try load to correct the positioning.
That was super smooth, and so was oh. Oh, yeah,
I always
almost
do
messed
it.
that up.
I think
That-
I think every time we've ever done that, we've all had that double E moment just to make sure we're on it.
Yeah.
Then here I got a little bit sandwiched between the Asir and the door, so I had to go off to the side. And this is where the nerves start showing.
Because he's through.
Yep.
And it's the super clean comm center as well. Like, that was, like, so clean.
It is. And also just say, if it was confusing for anybody, the Azir... Whoa.
Yep, there's the nerves.
The Azir only came through to this level because he was, like, right next to it when he went through the airlock, so it brought it through into the next level.
I guess we are going to have to start explaining portaling now, huh?
Yeah, I think that's a quick explanation of portaling. There's a big technical explanation of portaling on the wiki if you really want to know.
But Asir in same room as player when load happens, Asir stay.
Yes, that's the easiest way to explain it.
And then, of course, that tram there usually has a def trigger on the front of it, but because we get into the corner as it gets to the station, that def trigger goes away. We get sandwiched into the tram, and now we're riding on the floor of the tram.
You're actually inside the tram, like sandwiched into the floor before the def trigger is activated.
Yep, we're basically Flintstones running all the way to the end.
And I just correct me if I'm wrong, Graham, but it was, I believe, you and Etnias together that found it improved and worked on this sort of this skip here.
Yes, correct.
It's 5 seconds, but it is beautiful. Because we cannot skip the fact that these trams are... It's a bit slower paced here. It slows everything down a bit. These are auto-scrollers, and like... We've looked and looked and looked for a way to save having to do the auto-scroller itself, but we couldn't, so I believe this is our best compromise.
Yep, because essentially it's just an escort mission for the tram. We're just escorting it to the end of the level
And you're doing
in order
a
for
really
us to
bad
get
job
through.
of escorting it, considering you left it alone and jumped into the other one.
Ah, it's fine.
It'll be fine.
What's it gonna do? Burn down the house?
It might burn down the building, but, you know.
And you jumped into this other tram because it speeds up ahead,
Yes.
and you can jump out of it and get to the next level quicker.
And that's the 5 seconds. And I remember Dwayne's reaction when Grant pushed himself up against a door and a wall appeared instead of the next room.
What? Yeah.
Yeah.
Nerves again, nerves again.
And there's the console.
Yep.
So here you go, Dwayne. This is just... Yep, there's a wall. I assume you didn't mean to take the flamethrower out there.
No, of course not.
Of course.
Nerves. Kill all these guys to activate the cutscene trigger.
Save load? No, we're just... Okay, we're just killing him. Fuck him.
Yeah, if
Yep.
you don't kill that scientist, he goes in and defuses the bomb, and you lose the game.
Or you can save load to stop his navigation completely because it breaks him completely for no reason.
And there, I was just a little bit low on armor and health, so I decided to pick up some.
Yeah, it was a good idea.
10 seconds.
Now we
until
can
the
chat
signal.
shit for about 4 minutes. Let's go!
Yeah, so this would be a good time for donations.
Stop standing around and get going.
And of course, as you can see there over on my splits, I lost a shit ton of time there, but I knew there was enough time to save to get the, what do you call it, sub 40.
Yeah.
So
And
this is
again,
actually
like-
the section where you're supposed to take the APC, but it's quicker to not take the APC. So, yeah.
Just because we're in Ancient Roadbed, I just want to take this time again just to say that when I got the run below 50 minutes, I couldn't see at the time under 40 because we hadn't found the out of bounds yet. And I like Hotshot, Cine, Gron, Etniez, myself, you, Surreal, everyone who sort of worked on things post Hotshot discovering it has just turned this game upside down, and it is so fun to finally see an under 40-minute run.
It absolutely is. And just, I guess, for a bit of perspective for anybody watching this who has or has not followed our commentaries over the years, but, like, back when we first did a commentary on Dwayne's, Dwayne, I can't even remember what your segmented run was. It was, like...
59? 56?
Yeah,
Yeah,
59.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, it was just short of an hour. And that was for segmented. So in a matter of, 4 or 5 years, we've taken over 20 minutes off of this game in RTA compared to what the segmented was then. And that's just a testament to everybody's work. So I just want, everybody has done a great job on this. And, well, Grant is the runner. Everyone has worked on skips and stuff, especially Grant. I'm not trying to be away from Grant, but it's a community effort. It's really damn cool. I love this game, and I love that we're under 40 minutes, so, yeah.
I did miss a couple of shoutouts there. It is special shoutouts to Hummerd and Daniel for just being amazing at finding all the segmented strats that now exist for us to sort of take and peel into the RTA piece by piece.
As Goober said, great time for donations.
Yeah, absolutely. Donations to these mercs who are missing a lot of their comrades after this.
Alter's not paying them enough. It's fine.
And yeah, I mean, just it's like, this is a really long going canyon. You're supposed to have a vehicle going down this. It's faster to walk, but it's boring even with a vehicle.
Yeah. And what do we have a bounty on this for? Like, I think it's like $30 for me or something like that. 50 from...
Wait, pause it. I think it's 10 from you, 10 American dollars, 10 Canadian dollars, 10 British pounds, which Dwayne was upset because that's more than anybody, and a pat on the back from Goober.
Yes.
Well, fuck it. I'll make it 30. If somebody can skip this, you get $50 and different currencies.
Yeah, so what's the criteria, though? It's you can either skip the level or, like, skip from the start of the level to the end within a couple of seconds.
Yeah.
Get the Azir to this level and get the Azir so you can fly to the other end of the level.
That
Just save a minute. A minute is all I need.
Wait, now we're back to the fun stuff.
Yes, that is the most boring part of the run by far.
This is the kill or be killed section.
Yep.
Yeah, if you don't rail that guy, he rails you.
I always should kill this guy.
It used to feel like a 90% chance of dying if you fired the rail, but I've honestly felt it's a lot less these days. It's like it's more closer to 50-50 now.
Ooh, I forgot about what you did in the Space Center. Okay, I'm excited for Dwayne to see this.
Oh yeah, Dwayne, this is new. This is new.
Okay, I'm here.
So here we go out of bounds very quickly into the map. And you miss getting up on this first time, so you reload.
Okay. What?
It skips going around the tunnel.
Oh my gosh! And you're saving out of bounds like a dirty cheater. That was beautiful.
Yeah, that was one of the coolest things I've seen in this game.
Yeah. The rest of this stuff is, I think you've seen before, Dwayne.
It's just so much fun seeing, as Goober said earlier, I think it was Goober, seeing so much of the levels as you're outside of it.
Yeah, it's so cool. That gave me a heart attack, by the way. I was not expecting it to go the long way around there.
Yeah, it's a little bit longer, but I think it's slightly faster. I don't know. Yeah, maybe.
Safety net, because you know where you're going in on that side.
And of course, rail guard.
Yeah, that's 9 to 10% still.
Wow,
and then here you can see
level load there.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can see my current pace 39:59, and I'm like, oh shit, this is gonna be close.
And again, it really does come down to the bomb, like at the very end, really, doesn't it?
Oh yeah, because I knew that I had like 20 seconds to save maybe throughout the rest of the run.
Yeah.
And here, easy first time. And I was out of course, armor here, so I had to kill these guys to get some more.
Oh, right, yeah, because you're dying for not having armor.
Yeah.
Dying very slowly.
Yeah.
When that outer ring, that's your shoot's integrity. When that gets to 0, you're dead.
No, the inner ring.
I don't remember that. I don't remember the line. It's full of shit.
The outer ring is your suit's integrity. When it gets to 0, you suffer damage when you're outside.
Yeah, well, you might as well be dead if you're suffering damage, am I right?
Well, when your screen is blinking red.
No. As far as the game's concerned, you're dead.
And this is just some great walking past mercs that don't shoot you for some reason.
And this is the minor sort of strategy. There's two ways you can go here. This way saves a little bit of time on going the other way. It's sort of like an intersecting path, and most of this level is intersecting paths where we found a way to pick the fastest route in between all of them. I don't know, has anyone done like a full run of Crash Site, just taking both sides and seeing what one the slowest route would have been?
I haven't, but I've had them open in the editor, and it's pretty clear that that's the shortest route.
Time to add that to the bingo card. Take the longest route around Crash.
Evacuation notice. All companies.
And here
prepare
is
for
the
loading
long,
into
ornate
evac
hallway with no one in them
transports.
because Volition fucked up their scripting.
Yep.
Pulled out the
And
fusion,
Greg,
just
question?
showed off.
Do we have a weapon inside prison today?
Yep. Precision
Yeah.
rifle. Just
Nice,
because it
nice.
makes it
Good
where you
choice.
don't have to wait for the pickup or anything.
That is
Okay.
so you'll just pick up the ammo and just go. That's
Exactly,
cool,
yeah.
So how did that work? Actually, I'm gonna play this because there's nothing happening here. How did that
so
work?
for-
How do you have it?
So for how that works is when you transition the maps, if you switch weapons during the transition, during the fade out, then it just loads you in with that weapon. But it's not a real one. Like right now I can't fire or use it or anything until I pick up ammo for it.
But it saves you from drawing the weapon when you pick it up.
Correct, yeah.
Yeah, I didn't think about that. Maybe I should. I'm so busy flexing on picking a weapon or which one to show up with in the prison cell that I'm not thinking, oh, I should take the precision rifle. That'll be kind of faster for it.
Then here I
Ooh,
got caught,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
I was
There
like,
was a-
yeah, screw it.
There
Yeah.
was a faster load warp there, but it saved like half a second.
Yeah.
Evacuation notice. E company should now be in evac transports.
Anything special
Yeah.
come up
Air
here?
experiment compromised.
A little, so when you kill these guards up here, if you save load, then it opens the elevator without the guards inside, so you can just hit the button and get out.
Oh, that's kind of cool.
Something that I've struggled with that specifically that is that if I save load and the miner's still alive, sometimes it just pushes you into the elevator without you being able to come back out and load warp.
Red alert.
Yeah.
Generator facility
He's a little bitch for that.
Security team
And then I'm sad to report I do miss the turret shot, but I do hit all the guards here through the wall.
Nice.
Yeah, just for context for people, when Hendrix gets to your position here, he's not going to move forward until... Well, there's two guards in this hallway ahead of you that need to be killed, which you're about to do. That will make him move into the hallway. He won't move into the other room if the 4 mercs plus 2 turrets are not killed. So you're railing the 4 mercs through the wall. You tried to rail one of the turrets, and I think you missed the... you missed that, but yeah.
Yeah, just
Everyone
turrets.
else.
Yep, so I save load there because I thought I can get him moving quicker, but turret wasn't dead, so I had to save load again. And then here, there's a merc that spawns here when Hendrix is finished doing his objective there. And as soon as he spawns, we kill him, save load, so Hendrix starts moving.
Yep. And this is the part of the run where you have to actually wait for Hendrix to get there, otherwise you can't load in until he's in a specific spot.
Yep. Then here we just kill the rail guards just to make it to where we can sit against this wall without having to worry about getting randomly killed.
That's
Evacuation
comforting.
notice. B company should now be in
Yeah,
evac
there,
transports.
there was
Take out
one
the
where I
rail
was.
guard? Or the rail merc?
Yeah, just the rail guard. That's all I care about. As long as I kill him, that's it.
Yeah. It's very hard to get all 3 of them. I think there's about a 40% chance you can get 2 of them, but getting all 3 of them is like it's like 1% chance of all 3.
And
So
here
your
I
pace at-
reload, can't get in.
Your pace at the moment is 39.54.
Yeah.
Yep. So here it's coming down to bomb and getting the Asir out of bounds.
Both of which are lottery ticketing, to say the least.
Sorta. I knew I had like a second on this because the Asir out of bounds on my old one was a little bit off.
Okay.
And
Should
this
get a
here
boost.
Evacuation
is the
notice.
coolest
A company
skip
should now
in the
be in
run. Well, the coolest new skip.
The
Anything you wanna say
the
about
the
this?
the final boss fight in the game, ladies and gentlemen. We love these boss fights so much that we're just gonna skip the last one as well.
Yep.
But no, that if you
That's
want
the
to pause,
same
I can.
Sure.
Yeah, I can. Yeah. So we realized, quite a bit of time after the other out of bounds were discovered that we could do the same with vehicles. And the only one it really makes sense to do with is the Azir because of the flying. Like the submarine, you still have to go with the same speed with the submarine, and you can do it, but there's not a much time save there. With the Azir in this specific level, the time save is not only skipping the corridors, which can loop a little bit back on themselves, but you're also skipping the final boss fight in the game, which is, I don't know, you're probably about 30 seconds to deal with the two Azirs, then deal with her, and then hit the elevator and go down. So yeah, it adds up. So you're skipping the entirety of the end of the game just to get to the RNG bomb at the end.
And
And
that
it's-
out of bounds
yeah.
has been tricky to do.
Oh yeah, it's I think because it's a vehicle, your lineup is different, so it's a little harder to
And
finagle your way
movement
out.
is really wonky, and you're like huge,
Yeah.
big collision.
And of course, here we come back into bounds to see Eos on the ground. I don't think I kill Eos. I might.
What?
Well,
What kind
I'm
of run is this?
panicking, man. I'm panicking. I'm close on the wire here.
Oh yeah, you're on pace for 39.53.
And this bomb is not giving.
And the bomb pattern
String
wasn't
elements.
forgiving, but I managed to get it just at the end.
Man clutched it.
And
Oh!
time.
Yeah!
Time!
Stop counting down.
I did you a favor and I lowered the volume of the cutscene.
Thank you.
Yeah, I said he
very
could do
much.
that. He was like, would you accept it if I edited that? I'm like, it's just volume, I don't care, go for it.
Yeah, I kept the original file just in case, but didn't want to get my ears blown out.
None of us did.
Yeah, so that is, yeah, well, actually, this is the arrival of the EDF and the Red Faction story, so there you go.
Congratulations, Grant.
Congratulations, Grant. Indeed. Well done.
Yep,
Thank
and
you
as
for
I say,
bringing the game below 40 minutes.
yep, yeah, and now of course, reach my pace, I've reached whatever goals I want to, somebody else run this goddamn game.
I've hit my goals with the game, to be fair. I'm struggling now. Like I know that I am still 2 minutes behind any percent, but like I'm firmly happy with the torch being passed. I've got my inbounds world record. I've got the anthology run. I've got all that for me now. My goals for Red Faction are severely different to what they were 3-4 years ago.
Yep, all I gotta do now is just take care of hard, and then
Yeah.
I'll get inbound someday.
Clean up impossible. No, you won't. You leave that alone. That's the one time I will come back.
I will put out a general call. This is a really cool speedrun game. There's cool tech in it. There's a lot of stuff that you have to do extremely cleanly to even come close to challenging Grant's run. But anyway, it's a fun game. It's an approachable speedrun game, as long as you're not trying for a world record necessarily, because this is in a crazy time. But other than that, it's an approachable game. So if it looks interesting, just yeah, the link to the Discord is down in the bottom left-hand corner. It'll also be in the video description. Feel free to drop by and chat about speedrunning. That is my ad. Continue talking.
We were here to help. If you do decide to run the game, welcome, first off. And secondly, we're happy to help. We have forums now. We didn't have forums last time we did this. We had a forum for all the skips, so everything is findable, everything is documented. We are here to help if you need anything. We got you. And yes, the PlayStation World Record is also super approachable. Thank you, Christ.
That is true. PlayStation World Record is a lot longer than this one because you can't do as many crazy save.
You can't do any out of bounds. You can't do anything.
But yes. But anyway, yeah. Congrats, Grant. That time was absolutely incredible. I do not anticipate we will be here doing a commentary because you broke the 30-minute barrier.
Probably not.
But that's what we thought, before in the past. So
that is true.
Yeah, but let me ask you this: when Surreal was doing Pure Faction runs, did you think Surreal could get it below 50 minutes at the time?
I did.
No.
I thought it was impossible.
Then we've jumped 20 minutes. You never know.
I think with perfect execution, it's probably going to boil down to about 38 with all the skips
Yeah.
we know right now. But, that's going to be a tough one.
I for one
I do
hope
think
we're going to find more crazy skips in this game going forward. I don't know what they will be, but hopefully
Yep.
when you're listening to this video, you know what they will be.
And we're not kidding about Ancient Riverbed. We will pay handsomely to get a minute off of that level.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Thanks for watching the commentary video. Did anybody else have anything they want to say before I chop this off?
Nope, all good.
Thank you for watching, and we'll see you if there's another commentary in the future.
Yes. We will see you then. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Bye.